I'm Morgan. I'm a vegan life and wellness coach, and today I wanted to talk about whether or not breastfeeding is vegan. So quickly, yeah, it is. It's a pretty common misconception for some reason that breastfeeding isn't vegan. I think for most people this comes from the concept that humans are animals, and sure, we're animals. But that doesn't mean that breastfeeding isn't vegan, right? I think a lot of people that argue against it, well, one, they aren't vegan, and two, they say that breastfeeding is an animal product. Sure, but that's what it was intended for. So you can't really compare the consensual act of breastfeeding a child to what humans do to cows. We're not crawling up on a breastfeeding mother cow and suckling at their breast. It's just, not how that happens. In order to produce milk, cows have to first be impregnated, normally forcibly so. And when their calf is born, they spend 24 to 48 hours with mom. And after that, the calf is taken away and either killed because it's not profitable or sent off to the veal industry weeks later. And, then the mom is hooked up to a machine that takes her milk. And when the milk supply starts to drop again, she's impregnated and the cycle continues. So you can't really compare the two. Some might then argue, well, what about those that can't breastfeed? So, always feed your children. I don't think any vegan wants kids to go hungry, but there is vegan-friendly or nearly vegan alternatives when it comes to formula. There's soy, and I know a lot of the soy products have vitamin D in it, which is, it's great. It's an essential vitamin. Whether or not the source is vegan kind of depends on the product and the brand. But avoiding something because it's not vegan and it's the only option isn't a solution. So, veganism is about minimizing harm. And if you're a mom and you're unable or unwilling to breastfeed and there is soy formula available, use it. If there's, a reason why your baby can't be on a soy formula, like an allergy, then you just, you need to do your best and you need to make the choices that make sense for you and your family. And as long as you are doing what you need to out of necessity, that's vegan, right? But what I don't recommend is don't, for the sake of purity, put your children at risk, right? If there is a formula out there that's soy that you'd like to use, but it still has that animal sourced vitamin D, it's not the end of the world. Use it. Don't do at-home formulas. Don't feed your kids, from the carton of soy milk that you put in your cereal. It's just not the same. It's not the same nutritionally, and it's not safe. So really, to bring that back and answer the original question, yes, breastfeeding is vegan. Vegans support breastfeeding, and of course there's reasons why not everybody can breastfeed, and vegans recognize that, and there are alternatives, but they're not always perfect. So you need to do the best that you can, and keep in mind that a mother's milk is made for their children. So no matter the species, it's made for that species child, and you're acting in your children's best interest to breastfeed if you're vegan. And if you can't, there's no shame. You need to do what you need to do, and making sure that your kids thrive is the number one factor when it comes to that. So yeah, I think we've covered it. Breastfeeding is vegan. Always, do your best and make the choices that are available to you, and don't buy into the idea of perfectionism or purity. That's not what veganism is about. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thanks for listening. Bye.